नमस्कार सबको. So today we are going to discuss one most important topic in firewall, that is NAT. Every topic is important in your day-to-day activity, but it is most important NAT. So first of all, you need to know what is NAT. That is in interview. It is not only that; it is a good for interview as well. So it is important topic for interviewer as well. So if you are going to give any kind of interview, so it is mandatory question that NAT. What is NAT? Type of NATs? They will give you some scenarios and you have to justify, or they will ask if you want to publish your website. I'll give you the example for the interview as well, no issue. But before that, I'm going to start. What is network address classification? This is your normal answer. This will be not the proper answer if someone is asking your NAT. So what basically NAT do? See, a simple thing that I'm going to give you example, it will more easier to understand. So in your home, you can wear everything, right? Anything like a normal t-shirt. Sometime you wearing a half pant, right? Sometime you wearing a lungi as well, right? So if you are going, so it is a normal environment, right? It is means at your home you are dressing as you can, as your requirement, or which is your comfortable. But when you go to office, right, then you have to dress up well, right? You have to wear a shirt, formal shirt, pant, shoes, right? Combs your hairs, well dressed up. That means you are covering yourself with some different thing, right? Means see, then depend on the scenario. When you are go to a marriage ceremony, then you are not like wearing a formal shirt, right? You are wearing what right now there is a new things, that is uh, a sherwani kind of things. Okay, you are go on a party, then you are wearing a different shoe, tie, and like that, right? When you are going to a playground, then you have to wear a jersey, right? So this is the difference in, but the man is the same, right? You are the same. So depend on the scenario, you are changing your dress. So similarly, in NAT, network address also need to be translated. The simple answer is private to public, public to private. Both kind of scenario it is working. So first scenario I am going to discuss you, that is the private to public. Private to public means, as you know, that private IP is not routable. That is the answer why we need RAT. First need answer is private IP is not routable. I'm give you a small example as soon as possible. So this is your firewall. I'm always using the diagram because diagram and visual is also very important thing. I think you know this movie. But don't use the hero ad, the good kind, all things. No issue. So here is your ISP. Okay, and there is a router of ISP router. This is a normal scenario that you are already aware of. And here is your WAN1, and I'm just using one. Here is your L3, and here is your L2 switch, and here you are sitting with a laptop. Okay, and you are typing GOOGLE.com or smit.com. Okay, then now your system, what IP is using? You are using private IP. I hope you are already known about private and public, and what is the private range. That is your 10 dot series, 172 and 192.168 series, and this is the public range. Okay, so in your system there is a private IP address, that is 192. In your system, when you are do IP config slash all, you see 192.168.1.10. So when you are using this IP and go to internet, then your packet come to this, means right now you are in your home, you do not wear well dressed, then you come to L3 switch, there is also no issue, then as per the routing he is forwarded to this firewall. Now firewall check in that, oh, he needs to go to Google internet or Google. Then what he is do, there is two kind of net. Basically just you have just listen, at that decision, then with your this IP they will do one thing, he will give a other, what I can say in English, that is he will give you another IP, or he is just going to hide this IP, instead of this IP he will use his public IP, interface public IP, or if he have some external public IP that is assigned for the net, he is using that, then it will go directly to the internet, and once it's reached it will reverse the traffic and you will open the Google. That is the scenario. So what it's called, it is called SNAT, source. Your source will be translated, that means your private IP will be translated with a public IP, that is two type. It could be possible that it is using his external interface IP address, or he have some public IP, he can use it, or firewall can use it. So source net. Okay, so first question is source net. What is source net? If someone is asking you what is source net, I hope you can able to answer these questions. From your LAN to you wants to go to WAN, then your private is going to convert with a public IP, PUBLIC, public IP. Like here there is an IP assigned, that is 230.112.4.90 slash 28, or maybe 1330, whatever the subnet is, it is using this IP address to translate your private IP, right? So what we have learned, we have learned source net as well, net as well. This is the one scenario. Now second scenario. What is the second scenario? Now here is an ISP, so I am using one ISP, and here I am opening my laptop from, and then he's come to my network, means my firewall, and it is my DMZ. I have already told about DMZ. What is DMZ? Where I have putted my servers, like S1 server 1 IIS. Okay, S2 server 2 is my you can say HTTP server, HT web server, that is HTTP. I'm just giving example, HTTPS server. Okay, it is also assigned a private IP, right? Then private IP is not routable. Do anyone, I don't think, no one has any idea how many server have Google, right? I'm just taking a simple example. So when I'm typing, I'm just using the host name google.com, there is so many IPs, right? So similarly, see here I have published one service, the IP is 172.16.0.10. Okay, this is my this server IP. You have to use the private IP, and it is using smit.com, right? Now how a external user can know that this is my private IP, and why I am going to share my private IP to the external user, right? What you have to do? You never give the key to your home or your locker key to external one, right? Then what you have to do? You have to do one thing. What you have to do? You have to, here you have to also do the netting. How? Now someone is using this xyz.com or smit.com, right? Then once he is typing here smit.com or .in, then it will traversing to the ISP, and ISP knows the routing. Now based on that, I am assigning the, or firewall will assign one public IP address. If, like what, if someone is looking, the public IP is assigned with this, like 123.4.5.7 slash I'm using 32, no issue. Okay, then firewall, what firewall do? Firewall will check, okay, there will be a net happen. If someone is wants to reach this IP, then firewall will convert this IP to this IP. Understand my point? Means if some external, this is my public server, okay, I am hosted in the cloud or internet, then everyone wants to come to this for the getting your service, right? So how they can access? They will access via the public IP. Once the public IP request come to this firewall, firewall is modify this to the private IP. Then here it is converted to PUBLIC, public to private. Spelling or handwriting is very good. Please don't mind. It's a request. Okay. Now, similarly, you can think, right? Someone is, you are coming from office, okay, or just I'll give you an example. Someone, some external user come to your home, right? She have well dressed up. Now you find he is a cleaner. Means so many person you have in your home come, right? Some cleaner, kitchen cleaner, chimney cleaner, water purifier, washing boy. Then what you are going to do with them, right? Once in my home I have using a water purifier, right? If someone is coming from the service center, he is come, I am giving the direct access. Come, he is come to my home. I will give you the, please enter with the lobby or the main door. Then I'll show him where you have to go. Please go to the kitchen, right? I don't as ask him to go to the other room as well, right? So similarly, the firewall will identify if someone is came with this network, then mm, which network, which destination, or which server it will go to try to access, or I'll give him the access. Only that. Then if someone is coming from here to reach to smit.com, so I'm going to give him the access on then. But I have I know what is my private IP, but he doesn't know, right? So how he can understand? I'll give him the destination or routing. You have to go to the kitchen. Kitchen is this way, right? So I hope this is a very appropriate example of this. I hope you can understand. If not, if you have any question, please note it down and put on the comment. I definitely try to answer. Okay, so this is the scenario of NAT. Not only that, in Fortinet, Palo Alto, there is another NAT that's called UNAT. when I'm going to cover unet, definitely I will that another net I am just give you example, that is unet, that is based on palo alto only. So it is also interview question, unet. So what is unet? Simple logic, just understand, this is your firewall, this is your DMZ, here it is L3 switch, here it is your server S1. I'm just using one example. Okay, किधर गया बेटा? हाँ, here is your L3, here is your LAN. So, we are going to discuss about the UNet. Then, now just think ISP. Why I am using every time a diagram? You can understand it will help you a lot. Just it will just once you are closing your eyes and remember, oh, this is the diagram. So it is help you a lot. This is WAN LAN. Okay. Now, someone, you have a huge organization and here is thousands of user in your LAN, and now what happened, and everyone wants to access your internal DMZ server. Now how you can handle it? Maybe thousands or no. Now it is your more secure and more restricted. You want to more secure and more restricted. Then what you have to do? Palo Alto, here Palo Alto have one solution, that is UNet. Once you are so you are not going to give any policy from LAN to DMZ. Directly, there is no such policies. Now, which kind of policy you are going to assign? You are going to assign one policy, LAN to DMZ with the public IP. Now, once someone wants to come to your IIS server, then what you are going, you go to the internet. Then he's come to know that my public IP is my internal DMZ. Then firewall is transferring this traffic to this. Then see, it's kind of U-turn net, right? The traffic is going out, then it is you take the U-turn and come to your DMZ server. Then what is the what happening? Your private ISP is not public to all your internal customers as well. The firewall is using NAT for this LAN traffic to the internal DMZ server. So this is the concept of UNAT. So it is better that using a direct policy, he is using a U-turn NAT for this. So we are not going to showing this. I'm trying to do it as a practical as well. I'm going to show you covering all these things. So in Palo Alto, see, so what is the interview now? It is interview type questions. So first, what is NAT? How many types of NAT? What is SNAT? What is DNAT? Source NAT, destination NAT? Okay. Now, what is UNAT? Okay, this is the interview question. So only for global NAT. Okay, so global NAT. Now, if I am talking about the device specific, then I will show you how you will create NAT. So how you can create SNAT, DNAT, and UNAT in Palo Alto in next video. Okay, so today just remember this is a global scenario of NAT. I am just give you the overview of global scenario, means it is in Fortinet, it is in Checkpoint, it is in Palo Alto. NAT is more important, but the scenario and the architecture and the configuration part is different. But NAT is using everywhere in in firewall. Okay, thank you so much for your time, and much appreciated your patience listening to me. Hope you are a good future in ahead for all of you. Thank you. Bye bye.